Well, they're a great football team, and that's a tough place to play at. They're still the same from a run standpoint, where they can come out and get at you with the power run game, the ISO. They have a great big offensive line that's really dominant at times and loaded with good running backs. So that part of them hasn't changed offensively. They now have a new weapon, a very good passing attack. Their quarterback is one of the top efficiency rated quarterbacks in the country. Maybe number one. He was right up there, and they average about 250 yards a game, or over 200 yards a game from a passing standpoint. So they are very explosive offensively, even more so now with a threat of a very good passing game. And then defensively, they're much like they have been in the past. They're very big and very strong and really physical, and linebackers that tackle very well. And we think they're exceptional in the secondary also. So a very good football team. I think they're top 10 in total offense on a national level, and top 10 in total defense, or somewhere near that on a national level. So they're a great football team.
When you play an offensive line that's as big as Wisconsin, how challenging is that, given their size, given their strength, given their experience?
Well, it's real tough, and they've wore down opponents over the years. Last year we had some success against them, but again, they have a way of wearing you down over a period of time.
And you mentioned the running backs in particular. I think Monty Ball, I think he leads the nation in rushing touchdowns with like 21. What problems does he present in particular?
Well, what's up in front of him presents the biggest problem. They do a great job of run blocking. They're very physical up front. They give him running room. He's a great player, but he has a great offensive line to go along with him.
We talk so much about their offense, but I think they're fourth in the country in pass defense. That might, in part, be a product of who they've played. I don't know if they've played a lot of teams who throw the ball a whole lot, but when you watch film on them, what makes them so hard to throw on?
Well, their secondary is very good. Their corners are excellent. I think number 26 is an outstanding player, and they have a very big, strong defensive front. They're similar to Michigan in some ways, similar to Penn State in some ways, where they're very big across the defensive front, very strong. They have good quickness, so they have a big physical front, and they're really good in the secondary.
I guess just from an offensive perspective, how big of a challenge is it that once you get past that offensive line, that's not necessarily the hard part because of what they can do at quarterback and with just the talent they have with their running backs?
Well, getting past the offensive line is still the hard part. They do a great job of blocking and protecting the quarterback and opening holes for the running backs. And Wisconsin has a lot of great players. They're similar to Michigan in some ways, where if they can control the line of scrimmage, they have lots of great playmakers around, to get the ball to. So again, I think it all starts up front. We'll have to play well up front. If we don't, then they're great ball carriers. Will do what they do, and then if you can't manufacture some type of pass rush, then their quarterback is extremely efficient.
Wisconsin, I would imagine, is a team that's pretty good as far as time of possession goes. Just how critical is it for you not to find yourself in a situation like you did last week and only having like 23 or whatever it was offensive plays in a half?
We had opportunities last week offensively to give ourselves a chance to compete, manufacture some drives. In the second half, we were in position, manufacture a drive to score to take the lead, or if not, score a touchdown, get a field goal, and be right there, close at halftime. We have to execute. We have to get on the field and stay on the field, and we can't shoot ourselves in the foot any from an offensive standpoint, or much, because of the level of the competition is so great. So we have to execute and be more efficient from an offensive standpoint, and that would make a huge difference in us staying on the field.